Everybody get some coffee and calm down. Calm down. Okay, now I can see the chat room. That's much better. Guys, seriously, we have breaking news just 30 minutes ago. President Joe Biden has come out with a brand new China military policy. What does this all mean? Well, it's a definite shift to some degree. But, look, is he sending them a message or is he sending us a message? And that's really the question here. Listen, I'll put a shout out right now to noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. Colin Plume and his associates want to hear you. Pick up the phone and call them. 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. This is Silver Month. They're expecting silver to maybe double by the end of the month. Colin wants to set you up. You need to get a gold IRA. Some of you got that 401k, and it's getting very volatile, okay? So this might be the time to move that into a gold IRA. If you do, he will give you this beautiful silver, 5 ounces of pure silver coin. This is the Apollo 11 moon landing. There's Neil Armstrong's first step on the moon. He'll send this beautiful case. This is a $400 gift to you. 5 ounces of pure silver commemorative coin from Apollo 11. It's yours for free if you set up a gold IRA at noblegoldinvestment.com. All right, guys, let me tell you what's going on. I just want to tell you. Here we go. I want to welcome all. Guys, first of all, don't miss tonight. I'll be on the Getting Ready channel. The Getting Ready channel at 7 p.m. tonight on the Getting Ready channel. Don't miss it. I'm going to co-host along with Pastor Melvin Whittington. We're going to be talking about the current events going on around the world. Very controversial broadcast because he's bringing on a guest, a man who had an encounter. He had men in black come to his home. You need to hear this. You need to hear this. You need to hear this. That's all I can say. Now, Joe Biden, President of the United States, just came out 30 minutes ago. President Joe Biden, in remarks at the Defense Department over at the Pentagon, announced a new task force to study all military policy toward China, which he says will ensure that America will meet the China challenge and win the competitiveness of the future. He said the new initiative is to be led by Eli Ratner, a longtime Joe Biden staffer and former executive at the Center for the New American Security think tank, and composed of military and civilian members. It will have 4 months to study the current Pentagon posture toward Beijing and provide Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin with new recommendations. What does that mean? Okay, what does that mean? Well, the Pentagon announced today that it does not expect a final report from the task force to be composed of roughly a dozen uniform and civilian defense staffers from across the department. And according to reports, the announcement which Biden made during his second trip to the federal department in other words, to the Pentagon since becoming president. So he went to the Pentagon twice in 3 weeks, serves as the latest attempt by his administration to establish a distinctive plan for its foreign policy, following the broadly ad hoc and seemingly disjointed approach of his administration. Even some say even the former president. Matter of fact, however, it's unclear if and how President Biden will break from the Trump doctrine approach to China, or will he? So far, he's kept the tariffs there. So far, he's having right now 2 aircraft carriers performing military exercises, 2 of them, the USS Nimitz and the USS Theodore Roosevelt, in the South China Sea with an entire striker force and destroyers and all the extra frills and thrills and everything else that goes with it. Plus the Australians are there watching our backs. So are the Japanese, and so is France. Even France sent nuclear submarine. So I don't see any breaking away from the Trump doctrine at all when it comes to China. If anything, Biden is actually even being a little more hawkish. Or will that change? Many analysts believe that Biden would benefit from continuing many of the same opportunities that President Trump created to mount pressure on Beijing. He really would, and he should. And reviews in U.S. policy toward China are already underway, including one led by the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Its top Republican there is Mike McCall of Texas. He said in response to reports of Biden's announcement that the House Republicans already did a lot of heavy lifting when it comes to China with the China Task Force report. We released it last year, citing that more than 400 recommendations it included, 2/3 of which were bipartisan. So in other words, the hard work's been done. Trump's actually, he got elected in 2016 on running against China. Regardless of the outcome, though, China and Joe Biden remarks on today, addresses to the military and Defense Department workforce were clearly designed to try to break away from the Trump doctrine. In an obvious reference to reports, Trump at least once referred to troops who had died while in the line of duty. And Biden says, I want to change that disrespect. So this is all politics, in other words. He's not going to change the doctrine on China because it's working. He wants to change the tone, or at least appear to. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. Don't miss tonight at Getting Ready at 7 p.m. Eastern.